Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, sunshines. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, universe. Hey, y'all. Hey, I haven't been here in like 4 and ever. Hey, y'all. Hey. Well, hey, me. Hey. Happy Labor Day. Today is Monday. What's today, child? Let me look at my desk calendar. Today is Monday, September the 5th. It is an off day for me. And I am just excited to be here with y'all. I have not been in front of y'all since, let me see. Let's go to the, as goodies say, let's go to the footages. Let me go to my channel. I have not been on YouTube since, in 2 weeks. I finished the John Lewis book 2 weeks ago, and I haven't been here. I miss y'all, but my life has been absolutely turned upside down and around. Yes, but it's all been good. It's all been a blessing. If you tune into me regularly, well, this past summer, this summer was the summer of mindfulness, elevation, and doing all of the things. And so that is what has been happening in my universe. I have secured a new job. My summer was cut short. It was all a blessing and in God's time, which was so much better than my time. I love my new job. I'm still learning lots of things. Like, it's just like, girl, do the things. So yeah, it's been challenging to come in front of you. And then on the weekends, I just, y'all, my brain just be tired. It be on overload. And so yeah, just coming live just wasn't really like, I couldn't do it. I just wasn't feeling. And this really is like it's like a pet project more so than, you know, anything. So I come on YouTube when I have the time and when I feel it. If I'm not feeling it, I don't do it. So one of the things I want to get back into on YouTube is my We All Deserve to Be Remembered. So I'm thinking probably later this month, later, and or sometime in October, I'm going to get back started. I also don't know if I'm going to do those live or if I'm going to pre-record them. Going live now is just way different than it was this summer and this past year, just because of the career change. So I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but I do have a whole list of names that I'm investigating, looking up articles, and I do have a list of cases that we've covered on my channel in the past that I need to do a follow-up on. There's lots of new discoveries, and I have that information. I just haven't packaged it up, put it into my nice little presentations that I like to do, and delivered it to you. So all of that is on my desk to-do list. So I will get back into that. Anything else that I wanted to tell you guys about? I have a whole senior in high school this year, so that's new and exciting. I will be an empty nester soon, so that's new and exciting, and I hope to be moving soon. My new job is a bit of a drive. And, I've been working from home for like almost 3 years now since COVID started. Literally, I have been sitting here working from home. So this new job, this new experience, not only is it new, it is in person and it's quite a bit of a drive. And that's just not my thing. So I think I can stick it out for this year, but hopefully within the next year or so, I will be packing up and moving somewhere intermediate between where I live now and where my new job is, because jobs can change. Right? So I don't want to get too close and then life happens and I get a new job. What else, y'all? My daughter went back to school. She's a sophomore in college. My son is a senior. All of my people have been turning 50 this year. So your girl has been showing up into all of the places and spaces. And I got to get back to YouTube. I think that's it. Like literally, that's it. That's all that's been happening. The new job has been keeping your girl on her toes for sure, for sure. So today I'm going to get back into, I want to finish up this book, Gentlewoman. You see it in the thumbnail. We started it. I have not read from this book since July 18th. This was my last book of the summer series that I am going to finish today. I'm going to turn my camera off because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just about to read from this book. I'm going to throw my glasses on. Hey, y'all. And I'm going to stop the cam, throw up my thumbnail, and let's get busy. All right, so this chapter is misrepresentation. Remember, this is a book, Gentlewoman, Etiquette for a Lady from a Gentleman. I chose to read this book this summer in our series of mindfulness because of the whole Steve Harvey, Lori Harvey conversation. Steve Harvey done wrote a bunch of books for women of my age and generation when I was back in my, I think my early 30s, if that book came out. Think Like a Man, Act Like a Lady, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. One of them was the name of his books. And so just a different view was from this gentleman, Enitan Bereola II. And he's just talking about etiquette for a lady from a gentleman. And he's not trying to tell you to think like a man. He wants you to be a gentlewoman, and he wants your crown to be put on straight. And he doesn't have all these arbitrary rules like Steve Harvey have for us ladies. All right, misrepresentation, the birth of a nation. Element, woman. Symbol, whoa. Discoverer, atom. Atomic weight, accepted as 115, child please, but known to vary from 100 to 200 pounds. Occurrence, surplus quantities in all countries and urban areas alike. Physical properties, boils at nothing and freezes without reason. Melts if given proper treatment. Bitter if utilized improperly. Chemical properties, reacts to precious stones, may explode spontaneously. Activity greatly increased when absorbed in alcohol. Uses, most powerful money reducing agent known. Great aid to pleasure. Test, turns green if placed adjacent to exceptional specimen. Caution, fragile, handle at your own risk. This is sadly how millions of women are viewed. Miss, you are a representation of a misrepresentation with limitless expectations. Hey, Foxy. Hey, girl, hey. You had to work today? Well, yeah, of course you did. Like, why wouldn't you? Girl, it's Labor Day. Hopefully you get paid extra today because, you know, it's for the laborers amongst us. Good morning, sunshine. You're expected to be a pure virgin, yet birth babies and look cute while doing it. You should be a stay-at-home mom while working a six-figure job. Be independent, yet depend on men and dress like a lady of the night, but dare not be one. What type of message is this? Child, the whole manosphere message today. Google the word beauty without the safe search option and notice the images that arise. Thousands of thin, pale women, some even nude, in compromising positions. Open your favorite magazine. Turn to your dearest television show and you'll notice the same trend. They try to devalue you. It's a full-time business. Once they have access to your mind, they have access to your money. Don't accept that rhetoric. Don't believe that hype. It's not man or magazine's job to make you feel worthy. Our culture raises women to be confused and insecure. A man will tell you 31 things he dislikes about you, leave you to go date another woman with the same 31 flaws plus one. It's not man or makeup's job to make you beautiful. To seek validation is to give people and things permission to determine your value. You must acknowledge and walk in your own splendor. Confidence isn't based upon compliments. It comes from an understanding of your worth and significance. none of which comes from People or People magazine. Arrogance comes from the crazy love you have for yourself. Confidence comes from the crazy love God has for you. History is made in the womb. Your creator determined you were beautiful enough to be born. You're worthy, you're significant, you're beautiful. You came into the world that way. Anything less is a lie. There are 3 billion women who don't look like supermodels and only 8 who do. The Body Shop. A lie is as valid as the truth if you believe it and act on it. If cute with a side of skinny were an option on the menu at Creation's drive-thru, heaven would sell out. Everyone's fitting in and no one's standing out. There's a strange obsession to be normal in our communities. What is normal? Does it involve looking and sounding like everyone else? Being a child of God makes normal impossible. Acceptance is the most highly sought after commodity. However, you weren't born for people's approval. You were formed with a purpose on purpose. You don't have a mole by happenstance or a broad nose unintentionally. Your ailment isn't on accident. I told you, you were born beautiful. There are no ugly women, only careless women. You weren't created to feel inadequate or to be arrogant. People will judge you based on their own insecurities and limitations. You're never as bad as they say you are, and you're never as perfect as they say you are. So don't look up to see who's cheering or booing. Just keep going. Your life is your own, and it's specifically designed to be lived by you. Women who fit in hardly stand out. Celebrate authenticity and unapologetically be you. Lose the lies. Disregard the comment section. People must earn the right to criticize you. No matter your bad habits, mistakes, or disappointments, it's never too late to accept your reality. You're God's masterpiece. You're beloved. You're chosen. You're an overcomer. No one can do what you've been called to do better than you because your only competition is in the mirror. Life begins when you believe you are who God says you are. A woman is her best when she's just being a woman. But it's not enough to know your worth. Live your worth. You must behave like you know what you're worth. Not everyone will comprehend that worthiness is a birthright. Prove them wrong, but do so in an admirable manner. Arrogance isn't a reflection of knowing your worth. Being bougie isn't a display of significance. It's the opposite, actually. To demonstrate worthiness means to conduct oneself with honorable intent, with manners and class. Act like you know who you are and whose you are. It doesn't matter your story. Breathing, just breathing, is a sign of worthiness. The whore is as worthy as the queen. I'm going to say this one more time. The whore is as worthy as the queen. Don't allow society's judgment to confuse you. God's truth is often the world's fiction. Acting on your sexual desires doesn't decrease your worth. You can't ride your way from God's love. The one who designed you determines your value. Greater than nature's beauty, sunsets, oceans, and waterfalls, you are God's masterpiece. You're far more beautiful than the Mona Lisa or Mozart's music. Now act like it. Don't let little lies grant access to your lovely life. Your value can't be diminished by your life choices. God's love isn't conditional. You're always worthy. It's up to you to accept this. It's impossible to believe in God without believing what he says about you. You were formed with the Creator's definition of beauty. Somewhere along the line, society changed that definition, but you weren't created for anyone to define. God looks at you and sees purpose, not what others tell you you are. To worry about what everyone thinks about you is the quickest way to forget who you are. People pleasing is idolatry. As men, we might attempt to degrade you. An elder has to ask us, what if that was your mother? Or you wouldn't trade your sister or treat your sister that way. It's a shame you have to be viewed as family to be valued. You've been lied to. The moment God created you was the moment you became worthy. You're a lady with design and purpose, not just some girl with a designer purse. Class can't be purchased. People should be able to tell what you stand for by the way you carry yourself, not the purse you carry. Self-love, self-esteem, self-respect, and self-confidence. All of these words become more powerful when self comes first. That's not selfish. You must love yourself in order to love others, and respect yourself in order to respect others. Insecurity is known to penetrate through any level of confidence. The voice that ruins most dreams is your own. There's a song that Kendrick Lamar has, Count Count Me Out. He says, I love when you count me out. The person in the mirror is the person that he's talking to. He's talking about himself. Those moments when you count yourself out. This is what Enitan is telling us. The voice that ruins most dreams is your own. Wounds heal, but unresolved issues don't. Don't be scared to get scared. Stare at your scars. I'm sorry. It was don't be scared to get scarred. 2 R's, girl. 2 R's. Don't be scared to get scarred. Stare at your scars until they become beautiful. They're reminders. You're only a victim if you don't get back up. Don't let anyone or anything take your power. I'm beautiful. The person that is saying this is you. Say that to yourself. I'm beautiful because you are. God created man, but he constructed woman. Pretty girls. It's tragic that being pretty has become one of society's coveted honors. Okay, I'm going to pause. I'm going to put a pin right here because it's difficult for me to get on YouTube lately. But when I do get on, it's some of my favorite content creators. Some people that I really enjoy tuning into for documentaries or just people who sit around and chit chat about life and their experiences. Some of these content creators are in a war of beauty against other content creators. I don't understand why we do this to ourselves, especially as Black women. You are beautiful. You are the foundation of human birth. All others come from us. Why are you on the internet talking about other women's hair, face, size? It is so disheartening to see people that you really care about on social media downgrading other women, other Black women based on external features, especially somebody's face that you have absolutely no control over. Now, hair, you can go get that together, right? You can fix that, but you still don't have to talk about women publicly. You can pull your sis to the side and be like, girl, don't do your hair like that no more. That was not your best hairstyle, girl. Girl, it just makes me so sad. Good morning, M. Renee. Hey, boo. I missed you. I missed all y'all, child. But life been lifing. Hey, do the right thing. Happy Labor Day, sunshine. Child, are y'all getting overtime for the overtime working today? Oh my goodness. I hope y'all are. I hope y'all getting the coins because it's Labor Day, child. The laborers and the unions fought for us on this day. This is not a military day. This is a laborers' day. The workers of the unions labored for you on this day. Even if you don't like the unions, child, they got you this day. Well, some of us. I'm thankful because I needed this day. I needed Friday and today. I had Friday off and I had today off. Child, I am so thankful to the universe. I had to work. Well, our students, I marked where I was at. Our students came back into the building. I've been back to work for, I think this is my 3rd week at work. The students came back Monday. Ooh, life got real on Monday, y'all. Assistant principal me at duty. Let me tell y'all. Oh, I should show y'all my office. I might show y'all my office later. I think I'm going to show y'all my office later. I got to figure out how to share it without telling y'all who I am in real life. Let me see if I can get y'all my office. I might do that at the end if y'all still here. Y'all might get bored with my book. If y'all get bored with the book, I ain't showing y'all my office. But if y'all stick with me, I'm going to show y'all my office. I love my office. But listen, I had a baby come in. We had to sit down in my little quiet corner. And, one of the things about this little baby, she saw me at the, it was called Meet the Principals on the playground. And she saw me, the principal that's there is a white lady and I am a Black lady. Last year, I think the last 5 years, they've had a white woman as the principal and a white man. So they're used to the white woman. They're not used to seeing this Black woman as the assistant principal. Chile. This little girl on the playground. She looked at me. The principal was talking to her, but she couldn't even look at the principal. She was staring at me. I was right behind my principal. And she told my principal, she said, she looks just like me. Y'all. I hugged that baby so hard. Oh, she been looking for somebody that looks like her. It was so awesome. Y'all. This baby been in my office already this week. She done threw her shoes at the teacher child. And let me tell you why. All because she's angry. She is so angry. She's angry at the world. This baby just wants to have a voice in who she is. And me and her sat down. We came to some common agreements. I listened to her. I just listened to her say nothing, right? And I told the teacher we had some common agreements. And so I ain't gonna lie, she had two rough days. Monday and Tuesday was rough for my baby. But on Thursday, her teacher was smiling. On Thursday, she walked past my office and gave me a high five. And she told me I had a good day today. Yeah. I could tell they wanted to crucify my little Black baby. Girl, she has such a good day. She is going to have a fantastic year. It is like when you know you are doing what you were meant to do. I know I am doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So anyway, you leaving early today, do the right thing. Good, good, good. Yes. Are y'all cooking today? I ain't doing nothing today. I ain't doing nothing today. Not nothing. Yes, tell your girl what's up, child. I'm excited to go back to school tomorrow. Yes, I am very excited to go back to school tomorrow and see y'all. But listen, let me tell y'all one of my biggest challenges. Okay, I'm gonna come forward because I gotta be honest with y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna show y'all my face real quick. So look, one of my biggest challenges in my new position. I got two. I ain't gonna lie. As a classroom teacher, I really only cared about the kids, right? So that's one of my biggest challenges. I have to not just care about kids now. Like when you're in the classroom, secondary, you might see like between 100 to 150 kids every semester, and it can change. When you become like over the people, not only, and Renee, 16 hours. Are you getting paid? Like, so do you get paid because it's a holiday and then you get extra when you do more than 8 hours? You get the double? I hope so. I hope you can make it bank today. Okay, so not only do I have to care about, so it's 150 like in person. I mean, like in your classroom as a secondary teacher. My school has 500 students. Y'all. My Good Morning Sunshine is universal because it helps me and gives me time to learn all of the kids' names in my classroom. 150. And it usually takes me a good month or two to learn 150 kids' names in my classroom because I see them every day. They have a seating chart. Y'all, I got 500 kids' names to remember who are in different people's classrooms all over the building all of the time, right? 500 plus. And then I have a staff of about 60 people. I got to remember their names too. Those are my biggest challenges in my new position. And my staff, I got to learn their names first. So I'm good. I think I'm good with like all of the teachers. We might have like 20 something teachers, but you still got like parapros. You got I know my office staff. I got them. You got like assistants, you got people, nurses, you got parent volunteers, you got the lunchroom staff. Oh, wait, I didn't really pay attention when I was in the classroom about all the other people because I don't be caring about the grown-ups. Y'all do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? When I was a classroom teacher, my biggest grown-ups names that I was forced to remember, of course, my principals, and then the secretaries, because the secretaries are like the people who make all the magic happen for real in your school, and the custodial people. If you want your stuff, your space right, remember, the principals was automatic, but your secretaries and your custodial staffs, that was it as a classroom teacher. And then I would migrate and create relationships with like other teachers who were similar in my thinking and all of that. But I wasn't a hangout in the lunchroom, in the staff lounge, because they just like to talk about kids. I don't talk about kids with y'all. And I wasn't when I stood in the hallways during passing time, I just, hey, but I don't really talk to people and gossip. I don't really gossip at work. That's not my thing because they be messy Betties and they be talking about kids. I don't talk about kids. But girl, having to learn all these names. Yeah, I'll give y'all an update on how that's working because, child, it's been challenging. But I know my baby's name that keeps coming to my office, child. I know her names. I know her name. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, and mind you, it's a K-8 school. So I got I got 5-year-olds through 8th graders that I got to learn. Woo, y'all pray for me. Those are my biggest challenges. Remembering all of these names, all of that other stuff, all of the bells and the whistles of the educational system, that's coming to me, right? But the names is my struggle. Just pray for your girl. Hey, y'all. Hey, M. Renee again. Double time. Oh, girl. Yes. Get them coins. Yes, you do deserve it. Right. So you kind of you get to chill, you get to tune in and listen and do other stuff, child. These are the best work days. When I get offline with y'all, I'm going to get my workout in, and then I'm going to catch up on all the emails. Cause one of the things about, oh y'all, I got another phone too. So yeah, like I became an administrator and they gave me another phone, girl. And that phone be going off all night. Like y'all think I'm supposed to respond to y'all at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night? And then they be emailing, and then it be like, so listen, I was guilty of this as a classroom teacher, but as an administrator, I can't do this no more. I feel like when I left my last job, I had about 6,000 unread emails, because if the subject line didn't pertain to what I needed to do in my classroom, I was like, it wasn't important to me. But now I have to read every single email, every single one. And I have to care about every single email, every single one. Child, I'd be like, who cares? And I'd be like, my other voice be in my head, like, you do now. Like, you, girl, now you care. And then my teacher version of me still exists. I'd be like, but we don't really care. And then I had to turn into an administrator. And the administrative version of me be like, but girl, you gotta care. You gotta care now. You gotta care. Like, girl, but I don't care. But you gotta care now. Like the bike rack, where the bike rack goes, it matters now. Yeah, they had a whole thesis of emails about where they gonna put the new bike rack. Girl, I can't say I don't care because I have to care, right? But girl, who cares? Just put the bike rack. Hey, Amina Boo. Hey, Sunshine. Good morning, Sunshine. Thank you for being here. Do the Right Thing says, ain't nobody here yet, and I'm loving it. That's why I can engage in chat. I know, right? Hey, y'all. Hey. You have to learn. It is such a struggle. And Renee, I just need y'all to keep the positive vibes and prayers going for your girl, because I don't have a seating chart. I don't have. Girl, some of the kids wore name tags. That did help a lot. And then the parents, they be introducing themselves. I be on bus duty. They be like, hey, I be like, good morning, Sunshine. I don't know. It's a struggle. Oh, love. Hey, everybody. Hey. My hair is on point. Thank you, boo. I got to retwist it. I recolored it a week ago. The kids came back Monday, so I wanted my hair to be retwisted. And so I probably recolored it Saturday. I think I got it retwisted last Saturday, not this past Saturday. Do the right thing. And Renee, you gonna be on social media chilling, girl. Just sit there and collect your coins, girl. Just be looking busy. You got locks too. Do the right thing. How long have you had locks? I love getting a retwist, but I also love, like, so I try to keep, they've been in a week now. I think I'm gonna try to keep them in for 2 weeks. The last time I kept them in for 2 weeks. And then when I take them loose, I think I get to have them loose now for like 3 to 4 weeks before I get my retwist. I'm only April, May, June, July, August, September. So I'm a year and 5 months locked. I think I'm gonna do a lockup date next month. It'll be 18 months. I did a year back in April. So I might do a lockup date next month. Or I might just wait until it's been 2 years. They are getting longer. They shriveled up first before they fell down. So now they are getting longer. And, you know, she tucks them when she retwists them. So they are a little bit longer than this. They might be here now, just a little bit longer when they're down. Oh, y'all want to see my work picture? Like, I'm a grown-up now at work. They took headshots of us, y'all. I had a leadership retreat. Like, I really felt like, I was like, girl, you was like, you extra now. I'm already extra, but I'm extra, extra. And I'm having so much fun. Like, I feel like I be feeling bad. Like, should work be this fun? It really is fun. It really is challenging. But I think when you love what you do, like I really love what I do, I think you're just like, I just have a ball at work. I get to play with the kids. Yeah, I went to a kindergartner's choir class just to see what they do, because I've been secondary all my life. Child, was singing the ABCs. I was like, A, B, C, D. I was singing with them. I have fun. Um, Thank you, Amina. You not retwist. You slick it back, girl. I have to retwist. I like, especially because after a couple of weeks, 2 months, if I do 8 weeks and then this, my edges, I don't like when my edges be. I feel like this. I be laying them down, child. But oh y'all, okay. So look, I'm being real random. Poor little book. I'm gonna start the book again in a minute. Okay, but look, y'all, listen. I figured out. I was driving the other day. I figured out one of the things I absolutely love the most about my locks in the summertime is the ability to roll my windows all the way down and the air massaging my scalp is the best feeling. I never knew how much our scalps don't get exposed to the sun and the wind. Because I wore my hair in ponytails or just wore it down, right? Like having your hair parted in all of these parts and stuff. Our scalps don't really get sun. And I could take these off, girl. You ain't even reading right now. Look, our scalps don't really get sun and all of the things. I was like the feeling of the sun and the wind in my scalp. It is like the newest, bestest feeling I've ever like tapped into. Because mindfulness, being mindful is not, you know what I'm saying? It is so awesome. I love it. I love it. My insides and I just be tingling with when the wind just, girl, I don't know. I'm like, okay, girl, you extra, but it do. I love it. You got fro locks. I cannot go that long without a retwist, y'all. I think 7 weeks is the longest I've went. How long y'all be going? I cannot go that long. A few months, Amina. You got your locks just when the lock. Yep. Talk about freeform. Oh, I got you. Do the right thing. Ah! How often do you retwist? Amina, I only retwist 3 times a year. I can't imagine, y'all. I go get my hair retwisted again. I think the longest is 7 weeks. I don't think I made it 8. I'm trying to make it 8 this time. So this is 2 weeks. If I can wait 6 more weeks, I can't go 2 months. You don't like the retwist? I'm 10. But see, I don't do mine. That's the difference. I go get mine done. So when I first got my locks, one of my my god, what do I call her? I'm her fairy godmother. So my fairy goddaughter did them. And then on my second, when I first got locks, my locks wouldn't lock. Like I could have combed out of them like 3 months into the process. So after like, I think the first 4 weeks, 6 weeks, I went to a loctician. She works out of a barbershop. And she redid everything because I felt like some of them were bigger than the other ones. So she kind of evened them out and then she straightened up. I got to think about the parts. I love to see the parts. Like my parts be parting. I am into the straightness. And I know some people who do their own. I don't have the patience. And I tried to retwist, like, you know how you get your edges redone? I tried to retwist my edges one time, child. They wouldn't stay twisted. I was like, okay, I'm not good at this. I need somebody to do mine. So I go get mine done. And she doesn't charge a lot. I think that's probably why I go get it done. Because I never used to get my hair done very often. You do yours 4 to 5 times a year. So if I can start holding out every other month, I'll be able to at least say 6. But right now, I'm probably at somewhere between 8 to 10 times a year. Probably not 10 anymore. I used to go every month. The first year I went every 4 weeks because mine don't stay locked. My locks, see, you can't see it. I'll show you my picture. Let me see if I can find my picture without doxing myself. Child, I probably done already doxed myself on here. Let me see if I can find my when I took my professional picture at work, I needed a retwist. In my mind, I needed a retwist. Let me see if I can find that picture for y'all of me being a professional. Oh, I do need to tell y'all about my work week. I'm going to tell y'all about my work week. Yeah, I look like a whole grown up right here. Let me see if I can download this picture for y'all. So I don't dox myself. Download. Okay, let's close that tab out. Let's open that up. This app can't open. Why can't I open? It don't want to open my picture, y'all. Oh, there it go. Okay, so let's pull this over. Let's make it big. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. This is my professional picture. My locks they did the butterfly thing. So like the ends of my locks are still butterfly. And then up here, unless it's like this, I get a 2-strand or a hairstyle, it won't stay twisted. That's why I try to leave these in as long as possible. This is my professional work picture, y'all. This is my first professional picture as an educator. Okay, here we go. Share screen. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Yeah, I didn't have a suit. We had a retreat. I didn't have a suit or anything. I had to go suit shopping. I hadn't had clothes, like real clothes, in 3 years. The only shopping I had did was this summer. I went and bought hoochie clothes for the summer. I didn't have no professional clothes. I've been teaching in t-shirts and house shoes for 3 years because I've been home. I had to go get suits. But yeah, so this is when I needed a retwist. In my brain, I needed a retwist on this picture. So that's when they're loose. They're all loose. So see how they're a little bit longer than it is now? So they're probably longer now because every time she retwists them, she does stretch them down. She pulls them down. So they're getting longer. So yeah, that's my work. Professional fofo. Yay me. Hey, girl. All right. Amina says, I do mine. They not about to be pulling on my head. Yeah, my girl, it do hurt when she pull it. I am tender-headed. It's getting better, though. Like, now that I go get them twisted, I feel like it is getting better. You interlock yours. Yeah, kind of like, is it like this? What does interlock mean? Is it like the sister? Explain to me interlock, Amina. Is it like 2-strand? Or is it like twisted in between? Like the sister locks? I'm learning about the sister locks. I think they're beautiful. I don't think I would have the patience to get that done, though. But I think sister locks are absolutely beautiful. I can't even find my parts right now, but I plan on getting it done at the end of the month for my birthday. I want to see it. Thank you, Amina. Thank you, do the right thing. Thank you, and Renee. Yeah, it is soft. It is it's real wavy, and it did. It literally took like the whole year for my loctician to be like, oh, now we have locks. Like she didn't feel like it was locked for a long time. Yeah, I have a different grade of hair. Same process as sister locks. I think that's what you're saying, Amina. So yeah, she retwists mine and then she twists them together. She does a 2-strand twist on mine. They're about my size. Okay. That makes sense. If I went longer, she probably could do that interlocking, but my ends are really big because of the butterflies. So I don't know. I can't wait for mine to get long. Like, I can't wait to be the old wise lady. You know what I'm saying? With real long locks way down my back, and people come to me for knowledge and wisdom. And then I just say some ridiculous stuff because I'm old and I don't care about what I say no more. I'm looking forward to that just because. I don't know why. Like, I feel like that's what's going to happen to me. All right. So anyway, what was we talking about? I think that's it. Oh, I was going to tell y'all about my week. That's what I want to tell y'all before I get back into the book, because I don't know when I'm going to be live again. And I might start pre-recording the book. So let me go to my page. And I'm going to give y'all a hint of why my week was just this past week. All right. So the kids came back to school on August the 29th in our state, right? Okay, wait. Do the right thing. Say, I can't wait to have long locks. Mine look like my avatar. Okay, wait. Let me see. Oh, yours is a nice length. Yours is a real nice length. Do the right thing. How long have you been locked? Oh, you said COVID. So probably you probably like me. Maybe a year or two. Interlocking just stays longer than palm rolling. Yeah, I feel like I should have done that. Mine would have stayed longer. But as long as I keep it in the 2-strand twist, it helps. But literally, as soon as I take it out of the 2-strand twist, my hair be like, yes, we're free. And then my edges be unedging. Okay, so our kids came back to school this past Monday, the 29th. Then I had to save my girl. I would show y'all this picture, but it got my government name on it. So I don't want to show y'all that picture, even though I probably done already told y'all my government name. Oh, 5 years. Your locks are long and beautiful, Amina. I know they are. I can't wait. Like, I was excited about turning a year old, but I'm like, yes, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years. Girl. Happy J Des. Good morning, sunshine. Thank you for being here. Girl, first I started the book. Now we just chit-chatting about locks and, me trying to remember almost 600 names and such. And now I'm telling y'all about my week. Real quick recap. Took my daughter back to school. She's a sophomore in college. I'm just scrolling through my timeline. Oh, guess what? So since I've been driving to work, I don't work from home anymore. My drive is about 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes, depending on traffic. So one of my challenges is making sure I can get out the door and get to work on time. I haven't had to be on time. Like, literally, when you work from home, you could be doing something and then 5 minutes later be at work or less, because all you gotta do is turn your computer on. Well, now I got a 30, 40-minute drive to get to a place, and that's new. So my first attempt, and I like to be extra early. I don't like to get to work on time. I like to be about 30 to an hour, 60 minutes. I like to get to work extra early just because I like to get there and do nothing. Just check my emails, make sure everything is cool, check my calendar, because they be adding meetings to my calendar now. Like, I stay in meetings a long time. And so Thursday we didn't have school Friday. So on Wednesday, I was almost late because we had a power outage because we had a storm in Michigan. But I got there on time. On Thursday, your girl had a blowout. Y'all. Right before school started back, I went and got my oil changed. They put that little sticker in your window and it tells you about your battery, your tires, and it's one more thing. All of my stuff was in the green. Battery good, tires good. Like, it wasn't even tires yellow or red. My tires was in the green. Y'all, I was in the fast lane. This is the day after the storm. I was in the fast lane, minding my business, driving, cruising, because I don't want to get a speeding ticket early in the morning. I had set out to get to work. I think I had left home at like 6:30. I was trying to get there by 7:15 at the latest. School starts at 8:15. Y'all, why did my tire light come on? And I just thought it was a low tire. So I'm like, okay, when I get to school, when I get off the freeway at school, I'll just pull over to a gas station and put some air in the tire. No big deal, because my tires are in the green. Y'all, maybe 5 minutes later, after the little tire sensor thing comes on in the car, my car shifted and it was like, psh, like I knew something was wrong. So I thought the tire just went flat. Like maybe the air had been slowly seeping out for some reason and it just went flat. I had about a mile left on the freeway. So I'm in the fast lane. I pull over slow. Boop, 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 boop. Get into the exit lane. I got about a mile to go. I pull off. I get to a gas station. I pull up to the air pump. Y'all, let me show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all this. Mind you, when I get to the air pump, how do I download this? Download. When I get to the air pump, the first thought in my head is I'm just going to fill it back up, and I'm maybe 15, 20 minutes from work. I'll deal with that later. I'll deal with that later. Y'all, this is what I saw when I got out my car. That is a nothing. There was nothing on my tire. Literally, whole tire gone. I was like, what? God. Yeah, I was shook. I thanked God that it wasn't the front tire, that it was the rear tire, because they told me if it was the front tire, I might not have been able to pull over. I might have lost control of the car. Remember, I was in the fast lane. I'm sitting at, like, I am just in, like, what just happened? My tires say green. Y'all. So when I got this car, I used to lease cars a lot. I talked about this probably a couple years ago. I used to lease cars a lot. Don't lease cars. But I used to lease cars. So when my daughter went to college, I had to, be a grown up and make some decisions financially for myself because, girl, you got to help her in school. You can't be leasing cars no more. So I bought a car. I haven't really driven a car a lot just because I've been working from home. But I got my oil changed because I know I got this new job. I got to get back and forth to work. They supposed to check all of the stuff. They lie. Y'all know I'm about to go up there soon and tell them about themselves. These tires they should have been replaced a long time ago. God was with me every step of the way. Not only was I able to get off the road safely, thank you, God. Yo, girl I bought tire coverage. I didn't have AAA because I bought the tire coverage with the car. The tire people wasn't answering the phone at 7 o'clock in the morning, though. And that was a problem. So I called my brother. He called AAA. I'm like, I ain't got AAA. I just got the roadside coverage that I bought with the car. Y'all, I took an auto class in high school. And in my auto class, they taught me how to change oil. They taught me how to change a tire. I just haven't had to activate those skills since high school. Let me show you what I did, though. What I was able to do. Hold on. Let me download that picture. I was able, on the phone with waiting on them to answer the phone, I went ahead and changed the tire because I'm still trying to get to work on time. I ain't got time for y'all to not answer this phone. I ain't got time to wait an hour for AAA. I got to get to work, girl. The kids is coming. I got to be there at the bus stop to welcome the babies. Girl, we ain't got time to wait. I changed my whole tire. I felt like a thug because, a little bit. I mean, I want to see what these comments say. Some of your stuff is not showing for me. Wait, I got to go back to my YouTube channel so I can see. Oh, these are the hearts and the got you. Wonder why StreamYard won't show them. That's weird. StreamYard won't show your emojis. I wonder why. All right, everybody is giving love. You did on your vacation video. What did I do on your vacation video, girl? I don't even know what we was talking about, child. What I do on your vacation video? Talked about vacation video. Girl, I don't know. Hey, Learning. Good morning, sunshine. I missed you, boo. Well, that's because I ain't been here. That's all. I just ain't been here. Child, I was rolling on the rim. And thank God I didn't kill the rim. And there's another expense that I just had to encounter that I wasn't ready for. I had to buy 4 new tires. My brother was like, girl, just leave your car at home. Come get my truck. Drive your truck to work on Thursday. And you need some new tires. And I just had to pay for some new tires. Girl, I didn't like that. Don't nobody like that unexpected. You know what I'm saying? Expense. We was not trying to dish out 4 new tires money. And I needed a wheel alignment. Girl. I'm mad. I'm mad at the dealership because I didn't even take my car to like one of the oil change places. I took my car to the dealership to get my oil changed. And the dealership inspected my tires and told me my tires was good. Now, the dealership gave me a laundry list of stuff that I still need to get done on the car. Child, where is it at? I made a copy of it for my brother and I kept a copy. What did I do with it? If y'all could see this organized mess of a desk, y'all can't on purpose. Y'all don't need to see all of this. I got papers everywhere. Anyway, I got a list around here. They gave me a laundry list. Your car needs a new filter. It needs this. It needs that. It needs the electrical. They want me to pay the bill was like an extra $1,000 for all this extra stuff after the oil change. They ain't said nothing about them bald-headed, almost ready to bust tires. I am still angry at them. That could have been life if it would have listen, so many ifs. If God was not protecting me and had his hand on me, it could have been a front tire. It could have been a blowout and took my car in many directions. Mind you, early morning traffic is full of trucks. It's full of semis trucking down the highway. It could have been so much worse, y'all. All right, everybody speaking to everybody. Hey, y'all, hey. I miss y'all. I miss my little YouTube family. Hey, y'all. Girl, I was just talking about that learning. So listen, trying to learn 500 or more students' names as well as my teachers' names. Oh, I can see those emojis on here. I wonder why it's showing some of your emojis and not all of your emojis. Now, I mean, like, this is weird. StreamYard be doing some strange stuff. So I told everybody earlier, my biggest 2 challenges are learning the students' names and learning all of the staff members' names. I pretty much got all of the teachers' names, but I never thought about like all of the other staff members in the building that you want to be able to call by name, right? That has never even played a factor into any of my thinking as a classroom teacher. Now that I'm an administrator, girl, you got to know everybody's name. Everybody's name. And then I got to know everybody's name. And so my building is a K-8 building. So I'm not just elementary and I'm not just secondary. 6th through 8th grade is considered secondary. So I have an elementary director that is above me that I have to answer to. And I have a middle school director that is above me that I have to answer to. So not only do I have to learn my people's names, I got to know the directors, and then I got to know all of the stuff that they want me to do from an elementary perspective and a middle school perspective. That stuff isn't as daunting to me, though, as the names. Literally. Like the technicalities and the ABCs and papers and we got to do this and the fire drills and the meetings. We have meetings every week. I'm in school late and the sports clubs. All of that I'm not worried about. It's the names. Like, that is my thing. I really want to know everybody's names. And I be feeling bad when I can't call people by their names. I'll be like, good morning, sunshine. Hey, boo. And my school is a very, it's a different kind of school, to say, if I can put it in that way. They have a different type of teaching philosophy, and they have a different type of philosophy about pronouns. So we try not to say, unless you want us to, he, she. They are very conceptual about making sure you don't put people in categories unless they want to be put there. So like I'm very mindful to say, hey girl, because that girl might not want to be identified as a girl. She might want to be a boy. Or good morning, gentlemen. All of the gentlemen might not want to be identified as gentlemen. So it's real tricky. Like I'm used to saying good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I say that too in my classroom. This place, they don't really, it's not like norm to say stuff like that. So like I have to unlearn some things about just normal practices that I've been doing too. Ladies and gentlemen. We don't say ladies and gentlemen. It's a different type of place. I can't explain it to you. I told my lactician was asking me, she was like, explain it. I said, you know what? I really can't explain it until I start doing it and living it. So I told her when I go back to get my locks retwisted, I'll give her an update and hopefully a clearer explanation. So I'm gonna do the same for y'all. I'll give y'all a new job. I might make that I was thinking about making like a principal, assistant principal space, but I would want to do that on my real page, my real name. I don't know. I got to think about it. But it is a very interesting place. The students have a lot of say-so in how they learn. The parents have a lot of say-so in how their students learn. The community has a lot of say-so about what goes on in our school. It's just a different place. I've never worked at a place like this. And the parents be trying to be bullies, girl. No God. So it's interesting. It's gonna be an interesting school year, and I'm just learning a lot. So I'll try to share that with y'all. I'll try to package it up in some type of way, an update about my, promotion, and package it for you. We'll see. I'll see how that works. Okay. I think that's it. Let me get back into this book. I've been chit-chatting with y'all for an hour now. I only read like one. How many pages did I read so far? Not a lot. 2, 4, 5 pages. Not a lot. All right. Oh, that's a good one. Good morning, everyone. I like Good Morning Sunshine, though. My Good Morning Sunshine works here. The Good Morning Sunshine absolutely works. It's just when I get into the smaller groups, like, I think I usually might say like, hey guys, or, like the guys is okay. Because guys is typically like, it's not necessarily gender based. It's just the smaller groups thinking outside of the sunshine and trying to ladies, gentlemen, human beings. Like, I don't know. I'd be like, hey y'all, what's going on? Because I can't say ladies and gentlemen. It's just weird. But it's a lot of unlearning, just things that we're used to doing. You just don't want to insult people, especially in the space that they kind of created. So it's just a different space. It's just a different way of thinking. But it's going well. Overall learning, it's going well. I love it. I really do. I love it. And I love that the community picked me, little old me. There on my interview panel, there were parents. There were staff members. There were some teachers on my panel. There were some people from the district administrative team that was over me. So it just feels good that people outside of you picked you for a position in what they would consider their home. This school is their home for a lot of these parents and students. This is their home. And the staff is highly invested in making sure that the history of this school is carried forward. Some of the people who created the school, I think the school was created in 1971-ish. So the school is about as old. No. The school is 100 years old as of 2021. This is 2022. So I think they were supposed to have their 100-year celebration last year, but they couldn't. So I think they're going to have it this year. So it's been around for 100 years. Yes, there is a lot to remember. Hey, you... I don't know. I got to figure out. Like Renee said, whatever works for me. I don't even know what works for me yet. I don't know. I'm just like, I got to unlearn the ladies and gentlemen. That's really what does work for me. But it's not a norm there. So I got to unlearn that and repackage it to something else. We'll see. Yeah, but it is a lot, but it's all good. I love one of the things about me is I do get bored easily and I love a good challenge. So this is like perfect for me. I'm very challenged. I'm learning a lot. I feel like I don't know a lot. I don't know what I should know, but I'm learning, right? Like I'm just open to learning all of the things. All right, we about to get back into our book. I'm going back on Stop Cam. Hey girl. All right, so in the book, let me put my glasses back on, child. So, God created man, but he constructed woman. Pretty girls. Oh, this is where I got sidetracked because I started talking about the content creators. I don't really get to tune in on YouTube like I typically do. I might catch a replay here and there. I think yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? It might have been yesterday. I caught Goody live. It's hard for me to catch a live. I do follow Sweet Pea Diary. She's been going live a lot. And so this reminded me of a little bit of Goody and a little bit of Sweet Pea. I'm trying to see. I caught one of Saki's replays recently. Other than that, there's not that a lot that I catch because I'm a documentaries, murder mystery type viewer. So I like to see my people live. I don't really do a lot of replays. And with my busy schedule now, it's just hard to do either or. So on some of my faves channels, I've been seeing people talk about what people look like. And it's very disheartening for me because you don't get to pick your features for the most part, right? I mean, unless you got a good plastic surgeon or something, you don't get to pick your features. You do get to pick some external things like your hair and your nails and all of that. But your features, you don't get to pick. And when I hear other women, especially Black women, downgrading, degrading, and talking negatively about what other Black women look like physically, it just upsets my spirit. That's all. So I stopped on this part in the book because, we shouldn't do that to each other. Pretty girls. It's tragic that being pretty has become one of society's coveted honors. It's like winning a Nobel Peace Prize. Some women gather together, pop champagne corks, and toast to being cute as if it's cause for celebration. This type of behavior should be illegal. A judge needs to throw the book at them, the Gentlewoman book. Oh, and your cute friends don't automatically make you cute. Osmosis only works in science. Pour out that champagne and keep reading. Pretty might open doors, but intellect lets you in. Don't be stuck outside with your pretty ass. Pretty is what you are, but beauty is what you do with it. Have you ever been to a highly promoted party that ended up being completely empty inside? Well, that's what it's like when you're sexy but dumb. It's similar to the anticipation built up from an amazing movie trailer, only for the movie to be a complete disappointment. A pretty face is cool, but the mind is God's masterpiece. You become boring when you are unaccompanied by intellect. At this point, being smart is cuter than being cute. What you look like will never be as important as what you do. Be so good that you can't be ignored. You're here for an instant. What will you do with that time? A man will lust after the body of a goddess in a little black dress, but a gentleman will revere a lady discussing the pros and cons of Western versus Eastern education in a little black dress. Move beyond the pretty. Be better than beautiful. A beautiful woman has more to offer than just her looks. You can keep your cute. We prefer an awe-inspiring soul. I say we prefer all of the above. An ugly mind attracts an ugly person. Enjoy your date. There exists too many gorgeous, down-to-earth women for you ever to be cute with an attitude. Being attractive doesn't provide a pass to be rude. Pretty isn't enough. Humble yourself. Does it ever cross your mind that maybe your looks aren't for your personal vanity, but to draw others in for your life's purpose? Maybe it's not all about you after all. Perhaps you were granted good looks for a purpose greater than you and your arrogance. If you don't know the purpose of something, you'll misuse it. When God builds, he builds with purpose. Please don't misuse your pretty. Gain comfort in it. Accept it. Figure it out, but don't misuse it. If a genuine smirk will get you out of a speeding ticket or earn you a discounted meal, by all means, go ahead and smile with those pretty eyes. Solely relying on the use of sexuality as currency is prostitution. Check the definition for yourself. You don't don't be selfishly beautiful. Get beyond the plastic look. You're not a doll. If you were to get a knife and cut a doll's head off, you would find no brain inside. If you were to make a small incision on the doll's chest, there would be no soul. A human lacking these two vital components is in a severe vegetative state. You're a living, breathing manifestation of the most compelling dimension of life. God looks without intellect. I'm sorry, good looks without intellect is a Bentley with no gas, a wallet with no cash, and a stripper with well, you get the point. Over time, your mind and spirit stand out more than your long hair and lipstick. Congratulations if you have all four. But if you mimic the persona of a lifeless doll, well, naturally assume you want to be played. All you are is pretty has got to be the worst compliment ever. We'd rather have a lady with a Bachelor of Science stamped on her degree than Mattel stamped on her tail. What's your worth? For what it's worth, you couldn't pay for it. No job, degree, or salary will cover the cost. You might receive rewards, status, and luxury for those carnal accomplishments, but that's not the real measure of your worth. Your true worth is the value of your soul. Ephesians 2 and 10 says, she's God's masterpiece, but she still searches for likes online. That makes me think of all the young Instagram girls. I pray for them. I really do. Do you care what men think? Benicia Williams is a fashion stylist, and this is what she has to say. I believe everyone cares about what someone thinks. There's motivation behind what we do as a whole. Although it may not be the immediate driving force, there's always an influence. Let me be very clear. I am a woman. It will never matter how calloused or disconnected from emotion I've mastered to be at any given time. I care about my perception from the man's perspective. This perspective does not dictate my womanly responsibility, but it sheds light on my overall behavior. And this is a reflection of how I carry myself. For me, it's better to be safe than sorry. I'm a very traditional paint inside the lines kind of woman. I believe in the theories of being a lady. Cross the legs at the ankle, stand with your legs together, never cut a man at the knees kind of theory. It's not for everyone, but I like to remain a woman, not a woman, because perception is no longer independently exclusive. Practicing a more respectable behavior isn't a negative. Who really wants to be discussed in the same conversation as a harlot just because I own the freedom of expression and I can abuse it if I want to, yet still remain who I believe I am in my head? My mother always used to tell me, if you want people to know who you are, show them. You must be a walking, talking testimony to who you want to be at all times. That's sheer discipline and control. That's a gentlewoman. Ben Willis, Benicia, is a men's wardrobe consultant. She works with celebrities, athletes, and artists. She is the editor of the welldressedman.net and creator of the Well Dressed Initiative, used to present mentorship between males and encourage young men in putting their best foot forward. Okay, y'all, let me Google this real quick and see if I can find the welldressedman.net. share it with you. Let's see. No, I don't think this is it. This is the welldressedman.net. This is talking about floor epoxy. Yeah, I don't think this it, girl. The welldressedman.net. I don't think this is it. It's not that I don't think this is it. I know this ain't it, child. They talking about concrete floors and epoxy. So this book was written in, I always forget, 2015. So this might not exist anymore. So that didn't work. All right, interviews. Interviews. This is an interview with Megan Good. She is an award-winning actress and producer. Define femininity. Femininity is self-love, loving all of your perfect imperfections, understanding your immeasurable beauty inside and out, loving the skin and the being that God created you to be as a woman. Okay, y'all, now I want to know, did Megan Good give this interview before or after her marriage? Hold on. When did she get married? 2012. So this was after. Okay. This was while she was married. You represent a woman of faith who expressed. So these are the questions from an interview that he did with Megan Good. I'll read probably this one. We'll see where I get, because I've been on for over an hour and I try not to make these too long. But these are just a couple of interviews. This is Megan Goods. The next one is Brian Michael Cox. The one after that is Leola Bell. She's a playmate. The next one is Bobby Wagner, an NFL linebacker. After him, oh, that's it. That's the end. I might read all of these today, and then we'll be done with this section. All right. So this is Megan Good. This is while she was married. You represent a woman of faith who expresses herself in a very contemporary way. Some might call it sexual. What do you say about that? And this is her answer. I'm most definitely a woman of faith. I love Jesus Christ with all of my heart and every essence of my being. As a Christian and within our society, we're taught certain levels of appropriateness, like dressing up for church. But I prefer arriving comfortably. I don't believe that God requires us to dress up for him. I like being able to lift my hands and praise without the restriction of a tight jacket. I like being able to get on my knees if I want to without the restriction of a skirt or dress. I believe that he loves us no matter what we wear and no matter how we come as we seek him. If he has an issue with the way that we're carrying or dressing ourselves, I believe he will reveal it to us if we're willing to hear him. I'm not one who worries much about what's appropriate by man's standards. Man's opinion of appropriateness sways often depending on the circumstance. Although I never intend or wish to offend anybody, I am more concerned about what my Heavenly Father thinks of me. And I believe that the Word of God is true when it states that man looks at the appearance, but God looks at the heart. I think if we had God's eyes, we would focus more on people's hearts instead of often turning people off from Christianity altogether by being very judgmental about appearances and other things. I would have to agree with Megan on all of that. This next question, how did you approach dating before you met your husband? Before I met my husband, I always approached dating with my number one rule. This is so interesting to me because now we know that she's not married anymore, right? Before I met my husband, I always approached dating with my number one rule. Whoever I dated had to believe in Christ. I didn't want to waste any time going down a road where we would be unequally yoked. Though I was very specific on that point, I lacked in other areas. I tried often to be celibate, but hadn't given the commitment to abstinence the real effort it deserved. I always made excuses and felt that God knew my heart. After doing that for so long, you begin to understand if you expect a different result, you're doing the same things. It's the definition of insanity. So I decided to do something different. And as a result, I got a completely different result, the best one I could have ever imagined in my life. Next question. You were a woman who seemed to have all that she wanted except a husband. What would you say to successful women who struggle with that thought? Now, mind you, I probably would consider myself the same. I'm a successful woman, but I don't have a husband. I've had one though, so girl, I know what I'm missing. So I'm interested. It's gonna be interesting to see her answer, knowing that she's gotten a divorce, right? So she says, I would tell women who appear to be successful in their own right and haven't met their husband yet to be patient. I agree with that part. Trust God's timing. I absolutely agree with that part. Not just about waiting for that husband, just trust God's timing in everything. His timing is always perfect. If I had hooked up with my husband sooner in my life, I would have messed it up. I wasn't ready. I needed everything that happened in between to prepare me for marriage and prepare me for this time of my life. I have no reservations and no regrets. Although there were some things I would have done differently, everything taught me something and made me better, not bitter. I'm thankful and completely attentive to this season in my life, especially my marriage, because his timing was perfect. Her next question: how has etiquette been instrumental in your relationship? Having etiquette is instrumental because it shows a level of class that is to be respected. We're all a work in progress, but how we carry ourselves demonstrates how we are to be treated. In some circumstances, we're still full of potential, even in the midst of our mess. It proposes firsthand insight to what we will and will not allow. In the beginning stages, etiquette can even paint the picture of what kind of woman we generally are. Does the past define you? The past absolutely does not define me. It's only assisted in leading me in the way I believe I was created to go. I'll add to her answer: the past has made me the person that I am. Every experience, every high, every low, everything has been a lesson that I hopefully have tuned into and hopefully am doing better because of the lesson that I learned. If you had a daughter, I do have a daughter. If you had a daughter and could leave her a final message on your deathbed, what would you say? Megan says, I will tell her above everything to love herself because she is God's perfect creation, and to pray for his eyes to see herself the way he sees her so that her sight will guide her self-worth, decisions, and actions. And her last question: if you could write a letter to your younger self, what would it say? And this is her letter to her younger self. And I think I'm going to end here just because I need to go work out and do some other things. And I don't think I'm going to go through the next letters unless I find them interesting. We'll see. This is her letter. Dear Megan, your heavenly Father is proud of you, so don't make decisions assuming that you've already disappointed him. Remember, there will be more people in your life that last only for a season and the ones who are for a lifetime. Don't make decisions for seasonal approval. Oh, y'all, now that's a good nugget. Don't make decisions for seasonal approval. Everybody that's in your life is not going to be there forever. Reasons, seasons, lifetimes. Don't make lifetime decisions for reasonable and seasonal approval. I like that, girl. Even people who love you may not want you to succeed. When people's time has expired in your life, let them go. Don't let people abuse your kindness. If they can't love you behind you standing up for yourself, then they weren't meant to. God's plan is better than your dreams and often connected. Don't take everything personal. Sometimes people's problem with you is really their problem with themselves. Give grace because you'll need it too. And know that your husband will see you with eyes as close to God's as you can get on this earth. Don't settle for falling in love because you will fall a few times in your lifetime. Instead, arrive at what God has divinely chosen for you. All right, I'm going to look at these other interviews and I'm going to pick and choose the questions and answers that I read. So this next one, it was a good word, wasn't it? Do the right thing. It was good. That was good. She left some good nuggets. She left some really good nuggets. All right, we're going to find some more good nuggets in these final interviews. Instead of me not reading them at all, I'm just going to pick and choose. Okay, so this next interview is Brian Michael Cox. He is a Grammy Award-winning super producer, a platinum songwriter, a GA Music Hall of Fame inductee. So I don't know who this person is. So this is somebody. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got to read this first question because this is going to help us put into context who this person is, y'all. Okay, so look, first question. You believe in chivalry. You've written songs like Let's Get Married by Jagged Edge and Just Be a Man About It by Toni Braxton. That's who this person is, y'all. Okay, we got some context now. Okay, so this is this person's question. Is etiquette a deal breaker in your relationships? So Brian Michael Cox says, etiquette is absolutely a deal breaker in my relationships. A woman should be a woman. I want her to be kept and to keep herself up. Your relationship represents you. If I'm taking you to Nobu restaurant and people know who I am and take pictures of you and me together, you've got to represent. I'm not saying she shouldn't have her own stuff. We need women. Women are brilliant. Women motivate us to get to that next level. When a man finds a woman, he finds a good thing. The right woman, obviously. Etiquette is very important. Being from the South, I'm always going to show etiquette. I'm a yes, ma'am, open the door and pay the bill kind of guy. So I expect whoever I'm spending time with to have the same kind of etiquette, that womanly etiquette. Let's see this is a good one because this is kind of affirmed in what Antonin told us earlier. This next question is, what's your biggest turnoff with a woman? Now, you will never hear this in the manosphere, y'all. Never. Brian Michael says his biggest turnoff is lack of depth, lack of intelligent depth. If we can't maintain a conversation for more than 5 to 10 minutes, there's no depth. And as a woman dating, I agree. There is a man attempting to date me that I never talked to because we have nothing to talk about. But he still reaches out and wants to take me out. And I'd be like, I don't even know how to say we not going out no more. Like we ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't even know how to say that. I feel like that's being mean, y'all. But yeah, there's a lack of depth. I can't hang out with people with lack of depth. So it's nice to see a man say the same thing that I'm thinking. Just as a woman, I need a man who has some depth and knowledge. He says, there's nothing we can talk about. I like to talk, and there are a billion things going on in this world. We should have something to discuss. I agree. If we don't have anything to talk about, then what are we doing? Sitting around here and having dinner, spending my money? Yup, wasting time, and we can't get that back. He gave him some pretty good questions. Okay, I'm going to read the next one. What is the greatest misconception that women have about men? He says, the greatest misconception that women have about men is that they can change us. Y'all, I am guilty. I am guilty of this with my first serious relationship, and I am guilty of this with my ex-husband. Internally, how a person is how a person is. They can evolve. They can add things to the repertoire to make them better. I always say this: money magnifies who you are. If you're an arrogant and selfish asshole, when you get money, you'll just be a bigger version of that. If you're a generous and kind person, when you get money, you'll be a larger and better version of that. Who you are to the core is who you are. I don't think there's any changing that. The other greatest misconception is that they think we want them to change. I liked the lady I met. If she was wild and crazy when we were together, that shouldn't change. I don't give a damn how many kids we have. That shouldn't change. We should adapt to our time and figure it out. If we have kids now, we can't be hanging off the ceiling in the living room anymore. And men can't change women either. In our initial conversations, women tell us who they are. If a woman says, "Oh, I'm not really domestic. I despise all things domestic. Cooking isn't really my thing," she's not going to cook, Doc. She told you early. If that's what you're looking for in a woman, she's told you she's not going to do that. Pay attention to the details. A lot of times we give people the benefit of the doubt when they tell you straight up whom they are and what they're going to do. I've learned there's no benefit in the doubt. And I'm with you, learning. I agree. When people tell you who they are and they show you who they are, you're not going to change that, especially when they are grown. Do you know how difficult it is to help children become better versions of themselves? One of the quotes, I'm going to share this with you. It is a Frederick Douglass quote. Wait, let me put a pen here. I had a Frederick Douglass quote that's a part of my email signature at work. And it says, hold on, let me read it to you. I don't want to, and I'm only looking it up because I want to read it word for word. Because this quote, I had a teacher come to me. She was distraught about some other things going on in her life, but she told me my quote that's in my signature made her feel away. Y'all, the quote is this: "It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." That is a quote by Frederick Douglass that I put in the tagline in my signature at work. This grown woman who is a teacher came to me in tears because my quote in my signature made her feel away. And she told me it is because she feels like a broken adult. We can't change broken adults. When a broken adult comes to you, please see them fully as who they are. You can't change them. When a man comes to you and tells you he doesn't do this or he won't do that, you can't change it. When a woman comes to you and tells you what she likes and what she doesn't like, you can't change it. That is who they are. That is part of their brokenness, whatever that is, unless they want to do the work to change it. And that work is hard. That's that mindfulness work that we've been doing all summer. All right, so that's the last question I'm going to read from him. This next interview is Leola Tinker Bell. She is a Playboy Playmate. Haha. She was Miss February 2012. So let's see what questions we're going to read from her. Yeah, that's one. Oh, I like this question, y'all. Let's read this question. This is her second question. I'll read her first question, but I'm not going to read her response. The first question he asked her was, how much value do you place on your exterior appearance? Well, she's a Playboy Playmate, so we can already figure out what her answer is. Learning says, people only change when they want to change, period. And there's nothing that another human being can do to make them change. Okay, so the Playboy Playmate's second question was, what has embracing sexuality done for you? I'm interested to see what she said. She says, made me a lone ranger. I don't think many people, including both men and women, know what it means to truly embrace their sexuality. I see my friends at the clubs, at our chosen celebrity host table for the night, and their idea of embracing their sexuality is, let's go home with them. instant tire screech for me. It's not about being promiscuous. I'm not going to lie. It's a playland in Miami. We have access to people, places, and experiences most don't. But embracing my sexuality is acknowledging that I am a woman, a real woman who can take care of my household while holding onto a gift so special that I truly feel it radiates from inside me. So I don't have to drop it low to show people I embrace who I am. Y'all, this is the most interesting thing I've ever read. Oh my goodness, I did not expect this answer from her. I've always been fascinated by sex, by effing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. By doing the do, by making love. But that's not embracing my sexuality. Embracing my sexuality is being comfortable in my own skin, being able to talk about my love for all things sensual and erotic. Everything has its time and place, and it's made me such a free spirit. It affects more than your sex life. You don't even have to have an active sex life to embrace that. Yeah, that was a good answer, girl. I like that answer. Okay, Playboy Playmate. Okay, I think this is gonna be a good one. Oh, she got some. He gave her some good questions. How did you overcome the stereotypes and judgment thrown your way? That's actually something I struggled hard with at first. I have the blessing and the curse of being extremely sensitive. However, I knew when I made the choice to start modeling, and y'all know what modeling is, it's the, nakedness of it all, that I would be judged more than others. When I made the decision to pose for Playboy, I knew what people would say. I just had no idea to the extent they would take it. I had Christian groups devote full website threads to talk about my fall from grace and how disgusting it was to display my body in such a way. I had women attacking me from every angle. I had a past acquaintance release a very child. She was doxxed. I didn't even know what doxing was until I became a YouTube content creator, y'all. This baby on Playboy said, I had a past acquaintance release a very private video of me without my consent. Why do we do that? Why y'all do that? I'm talking to the YouTube people. Why y'all be doing stuff like that? Why y'all be putting people's personal information on the YouTubes, on your other social medias? Y'all stop it. That is traumatizing. And why was nobody deserves that. I don't care whatever she's doing. Why would this person? I had a past acquaintance release a very private video of me, and you already know what the private video was, without my consent. She was Kim Kardashian by her ex-boyfriend. It hurt me badly and hurt my family, which hurt even more. It caused me to question every life decision I had made. Then one day I had an epiphany. Who cares? I posed nude for the #1 best-selling gentleman's magazine in the world in a beautiful and artistic way. Child, that's what I said about my Pastygate pictures. Child, my pictures was beautiful. To be the 700th Playmate and the 25th Black Playmate meant something to me. To be in a sorority with Marilyn Monroe, the first Playmate, meant something to me. She was chastised and revered in her own time. Why would I let people's uneducated opinions rule my life? I'm a grown woman and I do whatever I want. This made me stronger. My tears and anger helped build my shield that I now carry with me on a daily, but I carry it with a smile. True freedom comes in being carefree enough not to care, but wise enough to make the decisions best for me. And I'm much happier for it. Y'all, I loved Her answer, all of it. Yes, learning. We already know how Pasty Gate went for your girl. Child, Pasty Gate. They tried to take your girl down with the Pasty Gate. I had to leave them hoes. I'm out. I'm going to elevate. I'm getting out your classroom. I'm getting out your district. Goodbye. And goodbye. Y'all, when I was leaving my last job, my boss, my principal, he told me, he was like, girl, you know, they tried to get me to say something to you about the pictures, and I refused. And I said, thank you for respecting my personal life. And why would my picture make it to central office? Pastygate 22. I survived. I need to get a sticker that says I survived Pastygate. And I elevated my whole entire career. Fuck Pastygate. You go, Playboy Playmate. I listen. I don't judge people. I am proud of this girl and her thought process around her scandal. Yes, queen, take your power back. That's all you got to do, y'all. When life come at you, when they be trying to tear you down and use your past against you or use your artistic ability against you, y'all, turn that shit around. Turn it around and elevate on their asses. Take your shit to the next level. Queens rise. We don't let ourselves get defeated. It's just temporary setback. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Girl, listen. They be good, girl. You can't be a teacher, girl, and show your body, girl. You know, unless you're a certain, like, is you know, because some of these other people, teacher people, I be seeing, they be at the beach. They be having on their bikinis. And y'all is tripping over my little pasty, the little top of a pasty. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Child, I don't judge nobody. I just be wanting the queens to rise. Y'all, my queens on YouTube. Y'all. I won't call all of the names. I just be wanting y'all to stop. Stop fighting with each other. We got enough shit coming at us from external forces. Why are y'all bringing each other down on here? Y'all stop. All right. This is a good question too. I might have to read all of hers. I like this girl. So he asked her, how are you able to balance sexuality with class? Ooh, let's see what she say, y'all. Having a strong, beautiful, and Southern mother as a role model taught me to carry myself with class as a daily thing. It's in my actions. It's how I walk, talk, and speak. My sexuality is who I am. I can't escape it. I embrace it. I choose to reveal it. Girl, me too. Me too. Let me see. I'm going to skip that one. They asked her, if you had a daughter, how would you feel if she posed for Playboy? If you, I'm not going to read that answer. If you were to write a letter to your younger self, what would you say? Let's read her letter to her younger self. Megan did a good job with hers. Let's see what this young lady says. I have some news for you. Your life won't be easy, but it'll be worth it. I wish I could tell you to stay away from this or from that, from him or her. But why? In life, we all have to endure our own journey. Sometimes you'll feel God has abandoned you, but he'll always be there. Cling to him, baby girl. Even when you feel you're not worthy of his grace, it's there for you. Please don't let with others who don't matter in your life. Don't let them dictate your actions. Set goals for yourself and never become complacent. Y'all, this is making me smile so hard. You were meant for great things. Take the time to get to know you. Don't be afraid to go to dinner alone. Y'all already know, this is me talking. Y'all know I travel alone. So you already know your girl will go to dinner, to the movies. I do whatever I want to do with other people. And I'm willing to do all of those things by myself. Please, for your sake, girl, learn Spanish. I would tell anybody, they need to start making foreign language part of kindergarten through 12th grade. It should not just be in high school, because I don't remember a lot of that stuff from high school. It should be part of the curriculum from K through 12, Spanish, so that we should all be at least bilingual in this country. It is a shame that Americans have Americanized America so much that we feel as though English is the be all to end all language. You'll need it. You end up in Miami. Embrace your natural hair. Men don't like weaves as much as you do. Don't be afraid to let your husband know sex is essential and that you'll crave it more than most. It's how your brain will get things done. Trust me. Love yourself before you try to love anyone else. Your order is God, husband, and if you have any, then children. Oh, yeah. Stay away from working at that restaurant you'll interview for. You'll gain 50 pounds, and it's a mission working that off. I love you. That was a good interview. That was a good interview, girl. All right, this next and last interview is Bobby Wagner, and this will finish up with him. I'll come back on camera and I'll say bye to you guys. All right, Bobby Wagner is an NFL linebacker. He is the ESPY Award nominee. He is a Sports Illustrated Defensive Rookie of the Year. He could have done some things after, but I have no idea who Bobby Wagner is because sports is not my thing. All right, so his first question, is it important for the lady you date to have etiquette? Yeah, I don't really care about that answer. His next question, you're a star NFL linebacker. You have women at your disposal. In a sea of women, what captures your attention? Let's see what he says. A woman who conducts herself differently than every other woman. I'm attracted to a woman that looks like she would present a challenge to get to know her. Being an NFL player, you get exposed to a lot of women where it really doesn't take much to get their number or get them to come over and do whatever. So I think that women that kind of blow you off the first time and then you see them out again, it's a real challenge. But there's a fine line between being a challenge and not really being interested. His next question, what's your biggest turnoff with women of this generation? He says lack of privacy. This day and age, a lot of women are so caught up in social media. Child. And this is in 2015. It has only gotten worse, sir. Worser. That's really not attractive to me. We can be vibing and be all good, and then we end up getting in a fight over something, whether it's a picture or something along those lines. I think my career influences it just a little bit, but I think I'd still be somewhat like that if I worked at Starbucks. I think it's something everyone deals with. In the old days, I say, oh, like I'm old. The minute you start talking to a girl or you're interested and she likes you, she go back and tell her friends about how great the date was. But now, you're not just going on a date with just her. You're going on a date with the rest of the world. The next question, what is the greatest misconception that women have about men? Let's see what this NFL linebacker thinks is the greatest misconception that we have about men. If you're an attractive male, I feel like most women automatically assume you have a lot of women and you have a lot of sex. I feel like men think that about women too. If you are an attractive woman, I feel like men think you have a lot of men that you are dating or that you have access to and that you can have sex with whomever you want to. Now, the second part is true. The second part is true. The first part, not so much. For me personally, I could, you know what I'm saying? My dating is sporadic because I get bored easily. And if you're not interesting to me, I really don't want to waste your time and or your money. I would rather go out by myself and or if we're going to go on a date, I'll pay 50-50 only because I don't like you. I don't like you. If I like you, it's different. I don't like you. And so dating is different. But do we have the ability to have sex when we want to? Absolutely. I'm not gonna tell y'all no stories, but yeah, we do. We can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's easy. That's the easy part. The actually dating and liking who you date, that's the hard part. Okay. Um, in most cases, some won't even talk to you because of that assumption. It's kind of the same mindset with a lot of guys. If they see an attractive woman, they won't approach her because they feel like a lot of men already approached her. That's what I just said. Or they won't tell her she's beautiful because she's probably heard it. An attractive woman won't approach because she doesn't want to seem like that girl. She doesn't want to come off like all the other thirsty girls by telling them he looks good. I'll say this about me personally. I won't approach a man only because at my big age, most men are in relationships or married. So I won't approach a man because I'm not going to disrespect another woman at all. So that's my reasoning for not approaching, not because of anything else. My reason for not approaching men is just simply out of respect. But if an attractive woman came up to me and said I was attractive, I would say, finally, there's a woman who's not afraid to come up and speak. I don't have a problem with women approaching me. I think it's actually cool because a lot of women expect the guys to do that. I do. I'm not stepping to a man. I'm just not. So they just don't do it. I like a woman who's bold, and I also like a woman who subtly drops hints. If you could, okay, this is his last question, and I'm gonna get into the chat. I see y'all in the chat. If you could speak on a loudspeaker in front of millions of women for 10 seconds, what would you say? So this is our last thought from a man, an NFL football player. Stay classy. A good man will find you. I say that because some women already are classy or might be church girls, and they see all the other girls throwing their ass and stuff. Y'all, this is what he said. Those girls get the guys they want. So some of the classy women feel like that's what they've got to do. So Bobby Wagner tells us, ladies, keep it classy. Stay classy. All right, that is the end of that section. That section was Miss MISS representation. The next time I come before you, I might come back later today. I don't know. I would love to get this book finished and out of my system, but girl, we still ain't halfway finished. The next section is called Interlude and or Love Letters. So that is where we will start the next time. Let me get into my chats. I will cam up again for our final chat situationship. And before I sign off and say goodbye, Foxy says, Alani is learning Chinese part of her kindergarten until 8th grade. Oh, now that's awesome. It will be awesome if once she gets out of 8th grade, hopefully she's still fluent. If she could carry that through high school, child, she's going to have so many career opportunities for her and internship opportunities when she gets to college. It will be amazing how many careers are available for people simply because they speak 2 languages or more fluently. True story. Do the right thing says, me too. I don't want to waste my time. And at this point, I'm a cougar. Right. Do the right thing. Girl, I be like, girl. I be like, girl, like, I don't know who to talk to. And then, so look, I got to tell y'all a story. I'm going to tell y'all a story before I got stories because I ain't talked to y'all in so long. So I got a lot of stories. Okay, so we finished with the book. We did what we're supposed to do. You know, I tell my students this all the time. Do what we got to do so we can do what we want to do. So even though we didn't stay focused on the what we got to do part because I was all over the place today, I thank y'all for sticking with me in all of the organized chaosness of it all and the randomness. But y'all, I got to tell y'all this last story before I go. My ex-husband is 8 years older than me, right? Yeah, I'm 50 years old. That means my ex-husband is 58. He's a big number, a big, big, big number. I get to say he's almost 60. I'm not almost 60 because I just turned 50. Like I'm a fresh 50. I'm fresh. I just got into this pool of 50. He been waiting around at 50 for 8 years. He closer to 60. So look, our child is my son. And my son is a varsity football player, right? It's his senior year. So he my ex-husband loves football. I don't really care about anything pertaining to football other than number 6 running up and down the field. That's it. That's all. That's all I care about is that little boy running up and down the field. I don't understand a play. I don't know. I don't know none of it. So look, let me tell y'all. Game number one, my ex-husband is in the stands with his older children. They came to the first game to support our son, right? So I am the only black lady with the red locks standing up waving. This almost 60-year-old man wouldn't look at me. He wouldn't wave at me. And he knows me, right? Like we was married. You know me. You know what I'm saying? He just, this is him. This is him trying not to see me as I stand up in the stands just to say hello. Because I can speak. You know, we don't got to like each other, but we can speak to each other. We're at our child's football game. This is him in the stands, looking, but not looking at me. You know you see me. You know what I'm saying? You know you see me, dude. So he wouldn't speak. Game number one. Game number two was this past Thursday, y'all. Game number one, I got there early. They did the whole stand up, put your hand on the heart, pledge of allegiance, do the flag song. I didn't like none of that. So I had decided I'm not going to get to the games on time. I'm going to get there about 15, 20 minutes late every single time because I ain't got time for all that stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, military. I'm not doing that. I just want to see this number 6 up and down the field. That's all I care about. I don't care about none of that other stuff. So I got to this game on Thursday. This is game number 2, y'all. Game number 2. I got to the game at about 7:20. And then I had to walk because there was nowhere to park. So I had to walk a long way. Y'all, I'm in the parking lot walking to get into, we're not even at the home school. We at the competitor school. The rival is called the rival school, right? I'm walking through the parking lot. There is a Corvette with music blasting. Hey, baby's mama. This man is 60 years old. He's 58. This man is 60 years old, y'all. He shouts out. Now, mind you, in the stand, he can't speak to me. But while he's in his, I guess he feels like Batman. He's in his Corvette blasting his jazz music because he's an old man. Now he can speak to me. Why? Then, so he wants me to see him. Not only do I need to see his Corvette and hear his music along with the rest of us that are just trying to watch the children play football. He says to me, besides the whole baby mama, and I'm like, hey, you know, I said his government name. He don't like that. I called him by his government name. Then he says, I was driving a vet when you met me. Child. Have you not matured since I was 24 years old? I'm 50. I met this man when I was 24. And he still thinks that grown women, ex-wives, should be impressed by him driving a Corvette, blasting music as if I were young and impressionable. Like I was when I was 24. Yeah, it was the most embarrassing thing I've ever I seen an old man do. I was like, no God. Is this what you still doing? You almost 60 years old, man. You still rolling up on girls like, girl, you see this vet I'm in? You hear this music? This the same man that's mad listen, y'all ready? This the same man that is upset that he pays $17 a month in child support. Mm-hmm. This the same man that is mad about $17 a month in child support. You haven't helped me with this little boy. For the most part. I'm very happy that you both have a relationship. But pulling up to me in this little Corvette, blasting music, you look stupid. Old men, y'all, if y'all are, listen, don't do that. Don't do that no more. Gentlemen, gentlemen, don't do that. Especially to a woman that knows your history of not being responsible. You can drive a vet, but you don't want to pay $17 a month in child support. No, God, make that make sense. Y'all, it tickled my whole soul that this man did that. Girl, boy, but. And then when we got in the stands, silence. I feel like it's like he can only talk to me if he only gets the superpower to speak if he in his Corvette. He lose listen, y'all. I gotta whisper this because my son is, but he sleep. Every time my son is on the phone with his dad, if he on speakerphone and he hears my voice, he hang up the phone. You too old. You too old to be playing these games, man. Man, we grown. Like, let it go. I'm not mad at you. The hard work is done. The boy is almost grown. Move on. Just move on and speak. You can speak. And the best part, let me tell y'all the best part. The best part. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all the best part in a minute. Duderai Thing says, I've so enjoyed this chat today and got a lot. Thank you so much, Duderai Thing. Renee is laughing. He sounds pressed, child. Listen. That's why I wanted to get to this comment. This is the best part, learning. So there's nowhere to park. The lot that he pulled up in that I was walking through, I had parked way back in the back. So I had a bit of a walk before I even got to the parking lot that he was in. So I'm passing through that parking lot to get to the entry gate. The parking lot that he's in, there's nowhere to park. So he pulls over so that I can continue to hear his music after he said what he said to me and I spoke to him. And I never stopped. I didn't stop to lean over and chit chat. I just, hey. No, it wasn't a vet. It was a caddy. It was actually a white caddy that I met you in when I was 24 years old. He pulled over and he watched me walk until he couldn't watch me anymore. You ever felt somebody watching you? You know, you can feel when somebody is watching you. Yeah. Like, boy, bye. Boy, bye. Do the right thing says, really? Why do men act like that, child? I don't know. I'm probably the oldest woman in this chat. And let me tell you that 50 is the new 30. I'm 50. Do the right thing. I am 50. It's some of our chatters are a little older than you. Foxy is older than me. Child, we be over here doing the things. Yes, 50. Child, listen, these people. Child. He's sitting in that car. He only barely. And then listen, when he came, so I had sat down already. By the time he walked into the stands, I looked over at him. I was like, you didn't even keep it together. Like, you didn't even keep it together. Like, you want to be out here flossing and, you know what I'm saying, pulling up on the young girls? Because that's probably what he's doing. He pulling up on the young girls still, just like he did when I was 24. And he was, if I was 24, he was 30. 24. That's 6. He was 32. I was 24 and he was 32 when he pulled up on me like that. And I didn't know no better, right? Young and impressionable. He's still doing the same thing. And he's 60. 58, but he's 60. Child. I feel like it is a midlife crisis. He hates me, but he loves me. He can't hear my voice on the phone with our son, but he can pull up on me in a Corvette. It is just hilarious to me. It is hilarious. It was hilarious. It was the funniest shit ever. I was like, I did not know. And Renee, I am loving 50. I just do whatever and say whatever. I am loving 50. It is like I have no time for anything that does not serve the greater good of God and why I'm here. Like, and that was so entertaining to me. My 24 version of me that went through all of the shit that I went through with him, she was able to laugh. That young lady laughed on Thursday. She was like, this the stupid shit. You didn't know no better when you was 24. But now that you 50, girl, you can see this shit right here clearly. Just a clear train wreck. I survived. I wish I had on a shirt that said, I survived you. I survived you. Because I did. I survived you. It was not a vet. It was a white Cadillac. It was not no convertible. It was a white Cadillac that he pulled up in at the apartment of my best friend because I was walking into, and it was always walking. I was always walking somewhere. I was walking into my best friend's apartment building in downtown Detroit, and he was pulling out the parking lot or pulling into the parking lot to go somewhere in his white Cadillac, off-white to be exact, in his off-white Cadillac, bumping some type of music. And I didn't like him when I met him. But I was intrigued. I was intrigued because I didn't know no better. He was a hot boy. And I wasn't a hot girl. I was a nerd girl. But I liked the bad boy. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I'm better now. I've cured my bad boyness. I don't like bad boys. They do nothing for me. I would like a retired bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you was bad and, you know, no? Okay. I'm just saying, like, you know, if that exists, holla at your girl. Other than that, leave me alone. 17 and a half. Child, listen. Yes, that's where we at. 17 and a half. Yep, you can feel somebody watching you. He watched till he couldn't watch no more, girl. And I was giggling the whole. I never looked back. I kept it cute. And I don't think he's seen me. I feel like the last time he saw me was at a football game last year. And last year would have been before I lost the weight, right? Like before, I think I had just started the locks and I hadn't lost the weight yet. So I know when he saw me this time, he was like, girl, you fucked up. You did. That's okay. It's okay. We grown now. And my Loretta Devine voice. I hope he's not watching me walk away. Oh, he's watching. No, wait. Yes, do the right thing. Yes. Oh, he watching. Your best friend, my best friend in my head was like, girl, you know he watching. He watching. He was. All right, do the right thing. He says, I'll be 56 at the end of the month. Happy early birthday if I don't see you before the end. Do the right thing. Okay, cougar. Yes, 42-year-old. Girl, send me one. Manifest one for me. I wonder, 42. I probably could do a 42-year-old, 40-ish, 10 years. I feel like once you get our age, you get 10 years below. I don't think I want 10 years older though. I'm like, do I want a 60? 60 just, I don't know. Y'all gotta manifest some. Like I've been dating people like right around my age, 50, 51, 52, maybe 53. I've dated older guys in the past. I haven't really dated younger guys. I'm gonna put that on my vision board, on my mirror. I got mirror goals. I'm gonna put this on my mirror goal and we're gonna watch it manifest itself. Let me see. How do I wanna phrase this? Date younger men. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm sick of me and my age. Y'all get on my nerves. I'm gonna put this on my mirror. I'm gonna take it downstairs. Can y'all see my post-it? Date younger men. I want to be a cougar too. I want to be just like you, do the right thing. I'm going to manifest it. I'm going to date younger men. And I'll keep y'all posted. We'll see. And Renee said that part, you can see the shit a mile away. Period. I know, right? Do the right thing. You better get out here and date you, cougar. I know that's right, child. We ain't dead. Ain't none of us dead. I feel like I just started living my best life. Like the mindfulness has helped me be a better version of myself, focusing and getting rid of all the bullshit. My bullshit detector be on high alert all of the time. Yes. Foxy, you out of here. Have a good day. And Renee, you've never dated a younger man? I haven't either. Not really. Like I'm like a few years younger, but like seriously dating and just enjoying life with a young man, I've never. I think I would enjoy it at this age. I think I'm ready to date a younger man. Learning says I've dated younger. My last one, 14 years. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine 14. Oh, y'all the goats. I'm trying to be like learning. I'm trying to be like do the right thing. Y'all send some of that energy my way so I could see. I could open up my vision to the younger man. Learning said it's fun. Ladies, live your best life. Absolutely. We all deserve it for sure. Yes. All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap it up. It's been over 2 hours. Y'all know I try not to be up here this long, but I have thoroughly enjoyed being back with you guys, being live with you guys. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me today. I hope y'all that's in there getting that overtime for the overtime. Yes, when that hits your bank account. Good job. And to everybody else, I hope you enjoy your day off today. I hope you get to have some relaxation, some family time, and that you get to do all of the things because it is the last, especially for the educational world, it's a rough road from now until Thanksgiving. We don't get many breaks from early September, all of October, up until the end of November. We grinding. So thank y'all for being here. I'm so glad I was able to go live with y'all today. I will figure out how to do all of this with my new job and either go live or pre-record. I really don't know yet, but I miss y'all. I miss my YouTube family. I love y'all. I want y'all to have a blessed day. Have a wonderful, if I don't see you again this week or next week, have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful 2 weeks. I will be back when I absolutely can be back. And yeah, thank y'all for being here. I love you. Mwah. Bye, guys.